Hi, this is Jacqueline Norton from Orate. Hope you're well, and welcome to this next video where I talk about some things that occur to me from time to time about the way we are within business and how we can maybe upgrade some of those things. We're in the middle of a heat wave, which I'm sure you're feeling acutely, and it's kind of been interesting for me to listen to certain words and reflect on the deeper meaning. So as you know, I like my wordplay, and the words for today are these: leaders and how we lead. And of course, a leader is someone who's up front, at the head. And of course, there's a little wordplay there about whether you're upfront enough or not in terms of that leadership, and what kind of leader you are. And of course, you're only really a leader if others want to follow you and do follow you. And so what are you leading them towards? What are you leading them in? And it's good to reflect on that, because oftentimes, it's the leader that sets the tone. I sometimes talk about this, the leadership pyramid, where you tend to get all the executives and the leadership at the top. I've inverted that, and I believe that leaders are at the bottom of that pyramid. They're actually the foundation to everything that the organisation they're leading wants to achieve. And so from that foundational point of view, you actually can only be as strong, or your team and your business can only be as strong as the foundations that you lay. So thinking about the weightiness of that, it's quite a responsibility. And that leads me to the second iteration of the word leader, because the first part of that word is lead, but it can also be read as led. And are we leaden in terms of the heaviness that we impose on the people that we lead? Do we put a lot of not responsibility, because that's absolutely right, but are we putting a lot of adding a lot of drag, adding a lot of friction, adding a lot of obstacles to the things they need to do to do their job? Sometimes we ask them to do things, and it's to make our lives better, but are they actually is it making their job easier or not? So what we need to really do is take the lead out of our leadership and lighten the load, to actually discard some of the practices that we might have implemented or inherited, and to make that something that is more palatable, more easy to follow you. So they're not dragging behind them. Let's think of it. All the things that they need to fill in the tech stack. If it's a sales team, all the things that need to be done that might not be critical in a process within your business. Of course, we need those things. We need tech, we need process. I've said this before, but do we need so much? Does it actually make things better? Or is it really about helping your people to be the best, most talented, most inspired, and most capable that they can be as individuals, rather than trying to make everybody the same? So those are my thoughts for today. What kind of leader are you? How can we take the lead out of the leadership? And how can we lighten that load so that we actually enable our team to succeed, rather than put obstacles in their way? I hope that's something to reflect on. Stay cool in the heat, and I'll see you soon.